Gardening isn't just about plants. It's about science, strategy, and, let's be honest, sometimes just trying to keep things alive despite our best efforts. But here's something you might not know. The soil in your backyard isn't just dirt. It's alive, teeming with millions of tiny microorganisms all working behind the scenes to make or break your garden. And if you think a little compost is all it takes, well, let me introduce you to the secret weapon of truly next-level gardening horticulturists. These green-thumbed masterminds don't just plant things and hope for the best. They tweak, test, and transform the very foundation of the soil to create thriving, lush gardens. So today, we're diving into the world of horticulture, a world where science meets nature and small changes lead to jaw-dropping transformations. A garden is more than a collection of plants. It is a living, evolving ecosystem that requires knowledge, care, and a deep understanding of the natural world. At the heart of this process stands the horticulturist, a professional whose expertise bridges the gap between science and art, transforming ordinary green spaces into thriving botanical environments. Unlike a casual gardener who may work intuitively or for personal enjoyment, a horticulturist approaches gardening with a scientific mindset, applying principles of plant biology, soil science, and ecology to cultivate healthier, more resilient plants. Horticulture, as a field, goes beyond simply planting and maintaining a garden. It encompasses everything from plant propagation and soil management to pest control and climate adaptation. While an amateur gardener might rely on experience and tradition to grow flowers or vegetables, a horticulturist employs research-based techniques to optimize plant growth. For example, they study how soil composition affects root development, how specific fertilizers enhance plant nutrition, and how pruning techniques influence flowering and fruit production. Their work often involves experimenting with different plant varieties to develop stronger, more disease-resistant species, ensuring that gardens remain vibrant and productive year after year. One of the key areas where horticulturists excel is soil health and fertility. Soil is the foundation of any garden, yet many people overlook its importance. A horticulturist understands that soil is not just dirt. It is a complex web of organic matter, minerals, and microorganisms that sustain plant life. By analyzing soil pH levels, nutrient content, and texture, they determine the best amendments to improve plant growth. Whether it's incorporating compost to enrich the soil, using cover crops to prevent erosion, or introducing beneficial fungi to enhance root absorption, their expertise helps create an optimal growing environment. But soil is only part of the equation. Plants also face constant threats from pests and diseases, which can quickly devastate a garden if left unchecked. Horticulturists employ a variety of integrated pest management strategies, favoring natural and sustainable solutions over chemical pesticides whenever possible. By encouraging beneficial insects like ladybugs to control aphids or using companion planting to repel harmful bugs, they create a balanced ecosystem where plants can thrive without excessive human intervention. Additionally, they stay ahead of plant diseases by selecting resistant varieties, monitoring environmental conditions, and using organic treatments to maintain plant health. Beyond managing pests and soil conditions, horticulturists play a crucial role in plant breeding. Through selective breeding techniques, they develop new plant varieties that are more resilient to climate change, pests, and soil deficiencies. Many of the fruits, vegetables, and ornamental plants found in gardens today are the result of years of careful selection and crossbreeding. For example, modern tomato varieties are bred for disease resistance, while hybrid roses combine the best traits of multiple species to enhance color, fragrance, and longevity. This work not only benefits home gardeners but also supports larger agricultural efforts aimed at improving food security and sustainability. Sustainability is a growing concern in horticulture, especially as climate change alters traditional gardening practices. Horticulturists promote sustainable gardening by implementing water conservation methods such as drip irrigation, rainwater harvesting, and xeriscaping, an approach that uses drought-resistant plants to reduce water consumption. They also advocate for organic gardening techniques that minimize chemical inputs, preserve biodiversity, and reduce the environmental impact of horticultural practices. By educating gardeners on composting, permaculture, and native plant cultivation, they help create gardens that are not only beautiful, but also ecologically responsible. Of course, the success of a garden is closely tied to seasonal and climatic conditions, which is why horticulturists pay close attention to weather patterns and plant hardiness zones. Horticulturists understand that certain plants thrive in specific temperature ranges and adjust their gardening strategies accordingly. In colder regions, they may recommend cold-hardy perennials or the use of protective mulch to insulate plant roots during winter. In warmer climates, they might suggest shade gardening techniques or heat-tolerant plant varieties to prevent drought stress. This deep understanding of plant-environment interactions allows them to guide gardeners in making informed decisions about what to grow and when to plant. With such a broad skill set, horticulturists have numerous career paths available to them, many of which involve working closely with gardens. Some horticulturists choose to specialize in landscape horticulture, designing and maintaining public and private gardens to enhance urban green spaces. Others focus on greenhouse management, growing plants under controlled conditions for commercial nurseries or botanical gardens. There are also those who work in research, developing innovative cultivation methods to improve plant health and productivity. Additionally, many horticulturists become educators, teaching aspiring gardeners and professionals how to cultivate thriving gardens through workshops, courses, and publications. Whether they are breeding new plant varieties, rehabilitating degraded soil, or designing eco-friendly landscapes, horticulturists play an essential role in the world of gardening. Their work combines scientific knowledge with a passion for plants, ensuring that gardens remain vibrant, resilient, and sustainable for generations to come. From the smallest backyard vegetable patch to sprawling botanical gardens, their influence is evident in every lush green space where plants flourish under expert care. Now, I want to hear from you in the comments. What's one plant you've always wanted to grow but just can't seem to keep alive? Let's swap horror stories or success stories if you're lucky. And hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time. Take care of yourselves, take care of your plants, and I'll catch you soon in another video.